All right, let's just dive right in. Today, we're unpacking a historical event that honestly hits right at the heart of something every single one of us struggles with today: distraction. We're looking at a story drawn from historical accounts that perfectly captures the true meaning of unwavering focus. It's the story of a young man, a highly revered teacher, and, well, an incredibly poorly timed animal. So, what actually separates ordinary students from the true legends of history? Is it just a higher IQ, better resources, or is it something else entirely? Look, in our modern world, our attention is constantly being pulled in a million different directions, right? But as we'll see from the source material we're analyzing today, the ultimate defining factor of historical greatness wasn't just raw intellect. No, it was the absolute, unshakable ability to lock on to a single purpose.
Section 1. The Journey to Medina. Our story follows a young traveling student. His name is Yahya ibn Yahya. His journey started at Point A, Andalusia, which is modern-day Spain, and his final destination was Point B, Medina, a city deep in the heart of Arabia. Now, obviously, we aren't talking about catching a quick flight here. In those days, this was a grueling, literally months-long journey. He crossed seas, deserts, and vast, unfamiliar territories. He endured harsh weather and super dangerous roads, all just to reach this one specific city.
So why? Why would anyone put themselves through that? Well, Yahya had a highly specific, singular purpose that fueled every literal step of those thousands of miles. First, he wanted to meet the absolute greatest scholar of that era, Imam Malik. Second, he wanted to study Imam Malik's completely groundbreaking book, Al-Muwatta, directly from the author himself. And third, he wanted to sit and learn in the incredibly prestigious gathering at Masjid an-Nabawi, the Prophet's mosque. So yeah, this wasn't just some casual study abroad program. This was the pursuit of a lifetime.
And he definitely wasn't alone in this. When Yahya finally arrived and took his place in the mosque, he sat among literally thousands of students from all corners of the known globe. The source material actually describes the scene as one of ultimate peace and just profound silence. Picture this: thousands of men sitting shoulder to shoulder, completely quiet, just absorbing the knowledge being shared by Imam Malik. The atmosphere was thick with reverence and intense concentration.
Section 2. The Elephant in Medina.
But then, suddenly, the quiet of the mosque was completely shattered. From the streets outside, loud, chaotic voices started echoing. People were actually shouting, "Hathi ayahe, Hathi ayahe. The elephant has come, the elephant has come." What was happening was that a massive merchant caravan from a really distant land was passing through the city. And get this, they had brought a live elephant with them. So all the noise, the shouting, this sudden massive burst of chaotic energy, it completely disrupted the peaceful study circle. Now, to fully grasp the reaction to this, we need a little bit of context. In ancient Arabia, the locals were deeply familiar with camels, right? And they knew horses. But an elephant? An elephant in the middle of the desert was an incredibly rare, almost mythical sight. The source material notes that for the people of Medina at that time, seeing an elephant was just as astonishing, just as mind-bending as one of us looking up into the sky right now and seeing an actual alien spaceship. It was the ultimate once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. So naturally, the distraction was just overwhelming. First, intense human curiosity totally takes over the entire massive student body. Second, despite the immense prestige of their teacher and the importance of the text, they physically abandon their books. And third, the entire gathering, we're talking thousands of dedicated traveling scholars, just rushes outside into the streets to get a glimpse of this unbelievable creature. The classroom literally emptied out in a matter of moments.
Section 3. Unwavering Focus and Purpose. As the dust settled in the courtyard, Imam Malik looked out at his suddenly abandoned classroom. But the room wasn't entirely empty. One lone student remained perfectly still, sitting exactly where he had been. It was Yahya ibn Yahya, our young traveler from Andalusia. Out of thousands of students, he was literally the only one who didn't flinch. He didn't close his book, he didn't stand up, he didn't even look toward the door.
Imam Malik was completely taken aback by this. He looked at this lone student sitting before him and, just filled with surprise, he asked, "Why didn't you go outside? You are from Andalusia, right? Elephants certainly aren't common there either. Do you not have any curiosity to see this strange, unique animal?" And it's a deeply logical question, right? Why would a young man pass up the chance to see something he might literally never get the chance to see again for the rest of his life? Yahya respectfully raised his head and delivered a response that would literally echo through history. He said, "I did not travel this long distance from Andalusia to see an elephant. I came here only to see Malik and gain his knowledge." I mean, wow. It is a stunning display of absolute clarity. Yahya knew exactly what his goal was. He had internalized his mission so deeply that even the most spectacular, once-in-a-lifetime distraction simply couldn't pull his eyes away from his prize.
Section 4. A Timeless Legacy. Imam Malik was profoundly moved by this young traveler's crystal clear sense of purpose and just immense dedication. Right then and there, the great scholar bestowed a legendary title upon Yahya. He called him Aqil al-Andalus, which translates to the most intelligent person of Andalusia. And what's fascinating here is that Imam Malik didn't give him this title because Yahya answered some complex legal question or because he memorized the most facts. No, he gave him the title for his intelligence of focus. He recognized that true brilliance is knowing exactly what your purpose is and having the sheer discipline to ignore everything else. And you know what? That focus paid off in an incredible way. He didn't just sit there for one day. He successfully completed his extensive, highly rigorous studies under Imam Malik in Medina. Then he made that massive, exhausting journey all the way back across the world to his homeland of Andalusia. Because of the unparalleled depth of his knowledge he gained specifically because he never allowed himself to be distracted, he rose to become the single greatest and most respected scholar in his entire region.
But his impact didn't just stop in ancient Spain. The source material reveals something truly mind-blowing about his global legacy today. Imam Malik's foundational book, Al-Muwatta, is still studied by millions of people all over the globe today. But here's the craziest part. Of all the thousands of students who are sitting in that mosque, the version of the book that is the most widely accepted, the most published, and the most heavily read throughout the entire world today is the specific version narrated by Yahya ibn Yahya. The legacy of the single student who absolutely refused to look at the elephant is the one that survived the test of time.
Which leaves us with a really vital question for you to consider today. What is your elephant? What is that loud, flashy, captivating thing in your life that is successfully dragging your attention away from your actual goals? Every single day, the modern world parades thousands of elephants past our windows, right? Social media, breaking news, endless entertainment, trivial dramas. And yeah, they're interesting. They might even feel like once-in-a-lifetime spectacles. But if you want to leave a legacy, if you really want to master your craft like Yahya did, you have to remember why you started your journey in the first place. You have to be willing to sit still, keep your eyes on the text, and just let the elephant walk on by. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps you find your focus today.